What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I'm back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And as you can see by the title, and as what you can see on screen right now, we're going to be doing yet another top 5 video. And this is going to be the top 5 Straw Hat units in One Piece Treasure Cruise Global version. So obviously, this list will change as time goes on in Treasure Cruise because they're always releasing new Straw Hat units. Lots of different versions. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, you know, there's so many different units. And I will say before the video starts is that I am not going to put any legends in this top 5 video, namely being Log Luffy, but if there are any Straw Hat legends that come out in the future of One Piece Treasure Cruise, they will not be on this list because obviously, you know, the legends are going to be the better units. So I just really wanted to focus in on, you know, the 4 and 5 star units that are in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So before we get into today's video, guys, if you guys do go on to enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below as it's always greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's get straight into the top 5. So in the number 5 spot, I have none other than Nami Happiness Punch. Now, this was actually the most difficult position to actually put on this top 5. I actually went to Twitter and asked people, you know, out of these 3 units that I had left on my list, which ones do you think would be the best out of those 3 units? So I had this unit, Halloween Zoro, and Halloween Frankie. Now, Halloween Zoro actually won the poll, but in my personal opinion, I believe that Nami Happiness Punch is, you know, the better unit out of those 3 that I just stated. But, you know, she's just really, really good. 2.5 times to int, very powerful int lead, and her special is very, very nice as well. It changes Psi Orbs to Int Orbs. So on an Int team, you know, Psi Orbs are the negative orbs. You know, you're going to be doing half damage when you have Int Orbs, Psi Orbs, sorry. So having her special to just manipulate them into Int Orbs, and her special cooldown is very, very low as well. I think it's like 8 or 7 turns, which is just ridiculous. So you just get that nice orb manipulation very, very quickly with this unit. Overall, a very, very solid unit to kick off the top 5. Coming in at the 4th spot, we have Chopper Post-Rampage, otherwise known as Monster Chopper. Now, he himself is a very, very good unit. So here we have Mr. Chopper himself. He boosts the attack of strength characters by 3 times by reducing the HP of strength units on your team by 60%. So it's a give and take sort of captain effect where you get a really, really strong captain effect, but in turn, you're going to be losing 60% of your health for your strength units. But if you do have a double Monster Chopper lead, then it's 60%, and then you take another 60% off that. So it's a lot of HP that you're actually losing. However, you are gaining 9 times attack to strength units using a double Monster Chopper team. So very, very strong damage output, and his special will deal random strength damage to a single enemy. Now, this strength damage that is random, it's very, very high. I think it goes up to maybe even over 200,000, which is really, really good. And it is randomized, so it really isn't guaranteed to hit that high. But, you know, there are ways to obviously, you know, you can reset the game and sort of that to get, you know, really high damage rolls to take down units. You know, definitely against the main raid bosses that I can think of, like Doflamingo in particular, like using that special against him is very good because whatever damage you actually output will actually be doubled. So, because it's against a Dex enemy. So, very, very powerful special, and maxes out at 15 turns as well, which is pretty nice as well. So, Monster Chopper, very, very solid unit, and used actually quite frequently within One Piece Treasure Cruise. So make sure if you guys don't have Monster Chopper, make sure the next time he comes around to try and get him on your team because he's a very, very powerful unit that you'll definitely need in the future of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Now for the number 3 spot, I've kind of jumbled 2 units together because they basically do the same thing, but just for a different attribute. So number 1 being Impact Usopp, and number 2 being none other than Nico Robin. So Impact Usopp is a 5-star unit, same as Nico Robin. Usopp being a Psi unit and Robin is an Int unit. And basically their specials, they do the exact same thing, but as I said, they're just for different attributes. So Impact Usopp will double the attack of Psi characters for 2 times, double meaning 2 times, for a single turn, and the Nico Robin will double the attack of Int units for a single turn. So overall, like, this is just so powerful. This enables your Psi teams and your Int teams to get that much more damage output. Like, a lot of people don't realize, but comparing like a 1.5 times boost to a 2 times boost, it's actually phenomenal and really, really crazy at just how much of a difference there is in a 1.5 compared to a 2 times boost. So a lot of people, you know, they use the story mode Eneru instead of Impact Usopp, but definitely Impact Usopp is the much better unit in many situations. Just 2 times damage to your Psy units for a single turn is just so powerful. And obviously Nico Robin just enables you to clear those Psy raid bosses that much quicker, and especially Garp, because Garp, I know, it can be a little bit troublesome for some people. So having Nico Robin just enables you to use like maybe a Rayleigh team or even a Nami team, a Happiness Punch Nami, which was number 5 on the list. You could use, you know, Nico Robin on that team. It just enables those int teams to do that much more damage against the side bosses. So definitely, these guys are 100%, they just deserve the 3rd spot on this list. And now we're moving into the top 2. These guys are probably the guys that you want to be getting 100% the most in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So now let's head on over to the number 2 spot on the top 5. Number 2 on this list is none other than Monkey D. Luffy Gear 3rd. So, a lot of people already know what he does, but if you guys don't know, he boosts the attack of all units on your team by 3.5 times after scoring 3 perfects in a row. That is just one of the best captain effects that we've ever had on Treasure Cruise. Very, very versatile, and is able to beat so many things in the game as well. And just the ability to basically chuck any unit that you want into a Luffy team is very, very nice. So, hypothetically, you're coming up against, let's say, a quick raid boss. Or not really a raid boss because it can't really clear everything. But if you come across a really powerful quick unit and you want to try and take him down, you can just bring Monkey D. Luffy Gear 3rd as your captain, and then you can chuck in a whole bunch of Dex units and it works fine. It's very, very good. You know, you just hit with your 3 weakest units, and then you have your last 3 units on your team doing immense amounts of damage. And then there's also other guys you can put into it to increase that, you know, damage increases, like you got Impact Usopp and you've got Nico Robin, which we stated earlier. There's just a whole bunch of different units that you can put onto a Luffy team, which is what makes him so good. And then with a double Gear 3 team, after you hit those 3 perfects, your units are getting 12.25 times attack. That is just immense damage output. His special isn't really that good though. It deals 15 times his attack and strength damage to all enemies. Overall, not a very good special, but you can't really take anything away from him because of his overpowered captain effect. He is overshadowed, of course, because of the legend Log Luffy. But if you guys are unable to get a hold of Log Luffy, which I know a lot of people aren't able to get Log Luffy because he's very, very hard to get, then there is still Gear 3rd, which is kind of like a miniature legend in my opinion. He's very, very good. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for, let's head over to the number 1 spot on the top 5 list. So the number 1 spot had to go to this man, Usopp Golden Pound. This is by far one of the best units in the game. You need to have this guy in your character box at max special level. He is very, very, very good. So his captain effect is obviously not why he's that good. You know, boost the attack of side characters by 1.5. Not that good at all. However, his special is just crazy. Delays all enemies for 3 turns. That is it. With a 10-turn cooldown at max. Very, very good. Not only that, is that he has such a low cost as well, so you can pretty much squeeze him into any team you can really think of. Sure, he's not going to be doing that much damage, but having that special is so, so crucial for clearing some content in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So he's definitely like needed in all of those zero stamina training forests. He's just amazing. Like raid bosses, it's like, hands down one of the best units in the game. Number 1 Straw Hat in the game, bar, you know, Log Luffy, because Log Luffy is a legend and all that. I didn't really want to put Log Luffy into this. You know, obviously he's obviously really, really overpowered, but Usopp, like 100% deserved the number 1 spot on this list. Just being able to delay all enemies for 3 turns with no drawback whatsoever is very, very powerful. Enables you to get 3 more turns, 3 more opportunities to take down your enemy. Very, very powerful. So that is going to conclude the top 5 list. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack that like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.